Hey, it's only 20 after 4. I'm early. Can you believe it? Yes, well, 6 volts to the heater and 1 volt to the fan on 2 different systems. I mean, that's almost exactly what we'd want. Maybe a little more juice, but right now I put a trim pot on it. It's a 50 ohm, and I dialed in what I think I can get. I'm not sure where I'm at with it, really. But everything's cobbled together. Dan called to make sure I was doing okay, and I told him what I was doing. He agreed. Let's go. So, oh shit, everything's going to fall. There we go. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's not too hot. Warm, but not too hot. The gasket's not on there yet. Okay, so we've got the lazy smoke. We've got a 317 on the fan. It's not hot. It's not hot. It's not doing a damn thing. This motor is like a zero motor, hardly any load, okay? It's humming just fine. The heater has heated up. It's evaporating the oil, and we're pushing the oil out with the fan. I got a leak here. Otherwise, there'd be more coming out the front. Can't hold it. It's too hot. We got a buckboard coming off of a rectifier, coming off of a transformer. Which one do I have over here today? It looks like it's a model. I don't know if you can see it. I can't. It's just, a number 2, way up at the top. Number 2 transformer. That's a number 2 American Flyer transformer, and it's on accessory, which is about 14-15 volts AC, converted to DC, running through a buckboard. For the heater, because of the amp draw, we're guessing we had to have bigger regulation components capable of the heat. And the 317 is doing the fan perfectly, I think. I put this black cloth down so you can see the smoke better. I mean, it's really smoking now. Yep, it's doing great. And the fan was, the heater was at 6 volts when I started out, and that's adjustable. Yeah, it's at 6 volts. Seems like the motor has come down a little bit. I don't know what that's all about. I should be able to crank it up a little more. It's a little hard to do with one hand. I'll do it next time. But you see it running. The mini smoke. It's just this blue board here, and this thing will go on the side. This can get cut down. It's all going to fit in an elongated base, but I'm going to flip this around, so it's all going to be back here. So you stick this wherever you want it, or if you want, this could be remote, and you get that rubber hose and run that. You know what I mean? But it looks like we're done. My book. I've gone through every variation that we have had in the past that we could think about. I went through a couple 317 variations. I went through some 05. The 7805 got hot as a fritter. So I went backwards. I went to the 317 so I could dial it in because the 05 was too hot. And I didn't know if I could take it down with resistors properly, with a variable. So I went with the 317. It's a little more complicated, but it's not that bad, I don't think. But, if you had that caboose going and you got the conductors back there with a pot-bellied stove and one of the workmen's with him, and they're going over the paperwork or whatever, you could have it in the diner car. You could have it on the side. You could have it at the diner on the side of the road. You could just run it off of the accessory. Anything with the 15 volts, you could plug it in, probably be fine. 15 AC or DC. If it's DC, get rid of the rectifier. That'd be cool. And as you can see, we're smoking. We're doing just perfect. This is exactly the kind of lazy, hazy smoke you'd want, wouldn't it? If you're moving, you'll see it'll disrupt, but that should be fine. That should be fine. And the way you refill the smoke is just pour it down the stack. and it cautiously. You don't want to put too much in at a time. Packing is in there, and the heater is in there. We're not using any of the other electronics that went onto this board. As far as the control, we're not doing a heater control device. This is what we call the smart smoke. So you can see what we've adapted off of ours. I mean, it's this board, but it's none of the other stuff. It's just a permanent fixed amount, right? This is all hot rodded up because we run off the power of the transformer from the engine, which goes up and down as you slow down and speed up. So we have to accommodate that condition. Oh my goodness. All right, now we're cooking. Now it's a packaging event, which isn't too bad. I do have a head start on this. I think what I'm gonna do is marry these two pieces together so that whatever this turns out to be, these both fit on it, and then this bolts to it, and then you got a plate, adapter plate, and then you mount that on it, and that's it. And I'm going to rotate it so this end is sort of like you could put it in a corner of a train engine, or corner of a house, or it could be outside and you could run it, you know, if you had something out there like a still. Would that be funny? Have a still and you could turn this on and... Okay, fine. All right. Boy, am I happy. I was getting frustrated. I knew we were close. I knew some of these bits worked. They don't all work the way you want, and sometime you have to watch it. Yeah, better turn that heat down a little bit. We're getting a lot of smoke, and it's getting a little hot. I don't know how I can do that. I can't with one hand. All right, I'm going to turn it off. I'll adjust it. We'll be talking. Oh, jeez, I just dropped everything on the floor. We're going to be doing a big... Oh no, now I've done it. I knocked out my stack. I've got to turn this off. We're going to do... Well, I don't know. You guys know. I get in trouble sometimes when my darling wife likes to come down and make sure I haven't hurt myself. And, you know, I clean up. I organize. I get real proud. I think I got it all figured out. And I don't know what happens. It all just blows up again. So she came down yesterday and was really hot, working late, doing this, fighting and cussing and carrying on, and then the mess. You got all this mess. How can you do anything? Well, I don't know. I seem to do it mostly. So anyway, she's gonna help me. Love her to death. I mean, she saved me. She's my angel. But oh my God. Andy's a hoot, you know that. He was working with me on some of these things. I don't know if I can still do them. I don't know. Let's see. Get that out of the way. Let's go open this up. See what he says. He's happy over there. It can't be reached. Yeah, it's open. Come on. Get there. Get there. Hummer. It's right there. You can't miss it. Reload. He's fighting me. Oh, I forgot. I forgot. That's not the right screen. It's over here. This is a 7-inch high definition screen. This is my Pi, I don't know, they call it a microcontroller. I call it a single board computer. It's a model 4B Pi, and we have a new dash controller and a new screen for this user thing, and I got a new piece of bed. It's Garolite like I had, but it's thinner and lighter, a lot thinner and lighter. And what we've done is we've put Clipper firmware on top of this 5-year-old printer. And I made the cube test, you know, And it's not perfect. You can see the ghosting. We still have to do some calibration, but it printed this clipper in about half the time it took before, and it was more accurate. Half the time and more accurate. That's what Clipper does to your 3D printer. It wasn't easy. Poor Andy was going after it. I had cable problems, I had some other stuff, and finally we finally got it. And the machine is really fast and very, very accurate. This is a test print that we were just screwing around with, and you can see it's very sharp corners and everything. Oh, and I had something else come in. Oh yeah, I got some new. I got a new nozzle. It's hardened steel with a brass insert. And I got this stuff from Vauxhall. It's California. And I got fire engine red. It looks orange on my phone, but it's really more red. So I'm going to print some more red parts, I think, eventually. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I turned this off so it's not smoking anymore. We will button this up and it'll look nicer next time. But it might not be tomorrow because I'm supposed to start organizing me. I hate it when she organizes me. I don't know. I know. Okay, you need it. What's the matter? Oh, I was looking for this. But, oh, man. Organizing. That's not building stuff. Ugh. All right. I gotta go. We'll talk about it another day. Maybe Sunday. All right. Finally solved this thing. It's half and half. Half buckboard and half 317. It's going to work great. It's going to be perfect, and you can dial it in. It'll be awesome. All right, gang. More later.